Welcome back to the Michigan Business Beat, brought to you on the Michigan Business Network. Chris Holman here. And I think, as you notice, we're not in our downtown studios. I'm doing a little bit of remote broadcast today. And as you'll see, so is our guest. And our guest, of course, is Dave Lorenz, Vice President, Travel Michigan, MEDC. And his headquarters is in Lansing, Michigan, but basically his headquarters wherever he wants to be these days. David, welcome to the show. It's always good to have you on.
Oh, good to see you as well. And yeah, actually these days isn't headquarters anywhere for just about everybody as we continue to do so many things virtually. I'm looking forward to doing things in reality sometime soon, because it really is time that we get back out there, and we know how to do it safely now. We know all those protocols. If you don't, stay home if you're sick, keep your hands clean, distance as much as possible. And please, if you haven't had those vaccines, please talk to your doctor and please get that done.
Gosh, I wish we could say that more, but I just don't know how to get that all done. You're absolutely right. That's what we need to do. David, a couple things. Let's talk a little bit so that everybody realizes what Travel Michigan is.
Yeah, Travel Michigan is the state's official tourism promotion agency. That's always been kind of the way we summarize it. But in reality, we're one of the business units of the Michigan Economic Development Corporation. And the MEDC is that kind of quirky quasi-governmental organization made up of what used to be the Department of Commerce and some other departments. And our role is to help the private sector work with government and try to find ways for the private sector to kind of set things in motion so that they can be productive and successful and employ as many people as possible. Because our little part of the piece is trying to encourage people to travel. We want people to have a good time, but more importantly, we want them to spend some money and to help keep people in their jobs and to grow jobs in the travel sector.
Well, you're absolutely right. MEDC economic is in there, and this is about driving the economy, which we know tourism is a major, major industry here. So let's talk a little bit about your summer, and I'm wondering how it went, what you did, and how COVID affected you.
Yeah, well, just like everybody else, as we were saying earlier, a lot of people are still working from home, as I still am, obviously. And this past summer was similar to the previous summer. The previous summer was very interesting in that when we were allowed to travel again, well, that pent up demand got us out there to travel. Same thing this summer. People have now learned how they can travel safely and get out there and still live their lives and enjoy all the things they want to enjoy and see, but we're not back to normal yet. So I spent a lot of my summer trying to encourage people to travel, but also to do it with a new expectation. And that is that you're going to have to stand in lines. You're going to have to wait a little bit longer at that restaurant. You're going to have to be patient. And I've seen a lot of impatience out there. And we really do need to kind of look at it differently right now, because we're in a new situation. It's going to be a while before people are back to work for a lot of reasons. I guess I don't care about the reasons. I just want to encourage people to get back to work so that we can enjoy our lives fully as everybody wants to.
Well, and it's interesting, throw into that the lack of workforce we have presently, and you've even got a little longer line, but you're right, patience is a virtue. Let's more of us kind of exhibit that. MFEA is coming up on their annual meeting. You're one of the featured speakers. That's Michigan Festivals and Events Association, of course. That's going to be at Boyne Mountain on the 29th. So let's talk about, it is their 29th, I'm sorry. So let's talk a little bit about what your message will be there.
I'm really looking forward to seeing everybody. Here's the thing. Our events have started to come back, and we're just thrilled to see that, because that's part of a normalcy, right? And it's part of what we really enjoy, being able to showcase our communities for what makes us so unique. So I'm looking forward to being there to, first off, thank them all for getting through this very challenging couple of years. And it's going to be kind of a mixed message, because I'm very encouraged about a lot of things, but we still have some very big challenges this next couple of years. And so I'm going to kind of walk through that, talk how all of us are part of kind of getting through these challenges and are part of the solution. And then I'll kind of lay out what we're doing at Travel Michigan with the Pure Michigan brand to encourage people to travel and to get people working again as well.
Well, and the other piece of that is back to the economy. Of course, we've got a business viewership. These festivals are economic drivers for the communities in which they happen to.
You bet they are. Festivals not only allow people to celebrate the uniqueness of community, and it brings people together in a variety of ways, but they're huge for the community. I mean, they bring in millions of dollars in economic activity, depending on the size of the festival. And when you can combine them all together, they are huge drivers of travel. So we're big supporters of our festivals and events, and we look forward to having them all back very soon.
Well, we'll look forward to seeing you up there November 5th, if I'm not mistaken, pretty soon at that annual meeting. And Dave, thanks so much for joining us. Dave Lorenz, Vice President of Travel Michigan. And I'm so glad we didn't catch you on the road, because that's where you are a lot of the time.
Well, happy to be here with you, Chris. Remember, your trip begins at michigan.org.
Yay, go Michigan. All right, thanks, Dave. We'll be right back. You're watching the Michigan Business Beat on the Michigan Business Network. I'm Chris Holman. Stick around, there's a lot ahead.